Hello students, today we are going to start same chapter in accounts, issue of shares. Issue of shares. In the previous lecture we have completed up to question number 16. So today we are going to start question number 17. In question number 17, Siddhpur Isabgol Limited issued 6 lakh equity share. This is question number 17. 6 lakh equity share of rupees 10 and 7 rupees as premium, 10 plus 7. Then 10 rupees per share on application. On application, company is demanding 10 rupees including premium, and premium value is 7. So installment becomes 3 plus 7. 3 plus 7, 10. Then allotment 4 rupees. Allotment 4 rupees. And final call 3 rupees. Final call 3 rupees. Application were received for 9 lakh share. Company is issuing 6 lakh share, but application were received for 9 lakh shares. So extra shares 3 lakh. This will be rejected. Siddhraj. Here one shareholder Siddhraj, who was allotted 6,000 shares. 6,000 shares. Did not pay money due on allotment. Did not pay money due on allotment. And hence his shares were forfeited after allotment. Here his shares were forfeited, only forfeited, not reissued after allotment. Jai Singh, another shareholder Jai Singh, who was allotted 4,000 shares. 4,000 shares, did not pay money due on final call. He has not paid money due on final call, means 2 installment he has paid, and Siddhraj has paid only 1 installment. So he did not pay money due on final call, and his shares were forfeited after final call. So Jai Singh's shares are forfeited after final call. This is forfeited. After that, company reissued. Now, as here Siddhraj, his shares were also forfeited. Then Jai Singh, his shares were also forfeited. After forfeiture of shares of both these shareholders, then company has reissued these shares. At what price? Siddhraj share means 6,000 shares. Siddhraj his shares means 6,000 shares are reissued at rupees 7. At rupees 7 and Meenal and 4,000 shares of Jai Singh. His 4,000 shares are reissued at rupees 6. At rupees 6 to another shareholder Rudra. Pass journal entries. This is the question. Company is issuing 6 lakh shares. The face value of share is 10. Issuing at premium 7 rupees. But total application company received for 9 lakh shares, so extra 3 lakh shares were rejected. Now installments, total installments are 3, application, allotment and final call. Application is of 10 rupees, total value of application is 10 rupees including premium. So premium amount is 7, so 3 plus 7. Then allotment 4 rupees, final call 3 rupees. Now at the time of demanding allotment, one shareholder Siddhraj has not paid allotment, and just after allotment, means immediately after allotment, his shares are forfeited. Only forfeited, not reissued. So we have to pass one entry for forfeiture here. Here means after allotment. Then company has demanded a final call. Demanded a final call not from Siddhraj because his shares were already forfeited. Means company is demanding final call 3 rupees from all other shareholders except Siddhraj. So at the time of final call, we have to deduct 6,000 shares out of total number of shares, and total number of shares allotted by company is 6 lakh. So out of 6 lakh, we have to deduct 6,000 shares. It means from other shareholders, company is demanding final call. But at the time of demanding final call, one shareholder J holding 4,000 share has not paid a final call. Then as a result, his shares were also forfeited, and after forfeiting his shares, then company has reissued. Now company is reissuing Siddhraj share as well as Jay's share at different prices, 6,000 at 7 rupees and 4,000 of Jay at 6 rupees. So how we have to pass entry? First of all, we have to pass two different entries for forfeiture, one after allotment and another after final call. The first entry, bank account debit to equity share application, bank account debit to equity share application account. Total number of application company has received 9 lakh into total value application is 10, 3 plus 7, 10. So 9 lakh into 10, 90 lakh. This entry is completed. Total number of shares received by company is 9 lakh and the value which they are receiving is 10 rupees. 3 plus 7. 3 rupees face value, 7 rupees is the premium. So 9 lakh into 10, 90 lakh. Now next entry, equity share application account debit to equity share capital account, then to security premium account, then to bank account. In front of equity share application account, complete 90 lakh. Now in front of equity share capital, how much share company has allotted? Only 6 lakh. So 6 lakh into value is 3. So 6 lakh into 3, 18 lakh. On 6 lakh share, company is taking 7 rupees as premium. So 6 lakh into 7, 42 lakh. And then in bank, so extra share means excess application is 3 lakh shares and company has to return full amount. Full amount means 10, 3 plus 7, 10. So 3 lakh into 10, it becomes 30 lakh. So 42 plus 18, 60 plus 30, 90 lakh. In this way you have to complete application entry. Second entry, equity share application account debit to equity share capital account, then to security premium account, then to bank account. In front of capital, total number of shares allotted by company is 6 lakh shares. Company can allot only 6 lakh shares. So 6 lakh into this value, 3 rupees will be transferred in their capital account. 6 lakh into 3, 18 lakh. Then premium amount 7 rupees, 6 lakh into 7, 42 lakh rupees will be transferred in security premium account. And finally, the number of applications which was not accepted by a company is 3 lakh shares. So these 3 lakh shares have been rejected by the company. So money or amount received on these 3 lakh will also be returned by the company. And total amount received by the company is 10 on 3 lakh shares. So 3 lakh into 10, 30 lakh. So 30 lakh rupees will be returned by the company. Now second entry for allotment. Equity share, you have to write here equity share allotment account debit. Equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. Now total number of shares allotted by company 6 lakh into, and the value of allotment is 4. So 6 lakhs into 4, it becomes 24 lakhs. 24 lakhs. Now at the time of receiving amount, one shareholder S holding 6,000 share not paid allotment. Not paid allotment means calls in arrear. So bank account debit calls in arrear account debit to share allotment. Now total money company needs to receive at a time of allotment 24 lakhs. 24 lakh minus S has not paid allotment holding 6,000 shares. So 6,000 into 4, 24,000 rupees company is not receiving. It means receipt amount is 23 lakh 76,000. So in front of bank 23 lakh 76,000. In front of Colson area 24,000, and total it becomes 24 lakhs. In this way allotment entry is also completed. Now just after allotment, S share was forfeited. So it means now we have to pass entry for forfeiture. Here we are going to pass entry for forfeiture. Now before passing entry for forfeiture, because this question includes premium, so we have to see whether S has paid premium amount or not. If paid, then we are not required to show premium amount in this entry. S has paid first means application money. Application money he has paid, and application money includes premium. It means he has paid premium also. It means we are not required to show premium amount in this entry. It means we have to pass simple journal entry for forfeiture. And simple journal entry for forfeiture is share capital account debit. Share capital account debit to share forfeited account, and to share Colson area. Colson area means the installment which was not paid by S and allotment was not paid by S. So to share allotment account. Now in front of share capital, company has forfeited 6,000 shares, 6,000 into after which installment his shares was forfeited. After allotment, and up to allotment total value becomes 7. 3 plus 4 7. So 6,000 into 7 42,000. This is called called up value. Called up value means the amount of shares which was forfeited. We have to take called up value. So after which installment his shares are forfeited, up to that total becomes called up value. Means in this question S shares was forfeited immediately after allotment. So up to allotment total amount becomes 7. So we have to take 7 as called up value. Out of 7, 2 share forfeited means how much money he has paid. So he has paid only and only first installment means 3 rupees. This 3 rupees. So 6,000 into 3, not 7. We are not required to take 7 because according to our concept, according to our theory, the premium amount if paid by the shareholder not required to show in this entry. So he has paid premium, so not required to show. So we have to show only 3 rupees. So 6,000 shares and paid up value is 3, 18,000. And next allotment means Colson area. So he has not paid 4 rupees, 6,000 into 4, or directly we can take amount from Colson area of allotment. Colson area 24,000. Either we can take directly from here, or we can write here 6,000 shares. On 6,000 shares he has not paid allotment. How much? 4. So into 4. 6,000 into 4, 24,000. In this way you have to pass entry for forfeiture regarding S share. Now immediately after forfeiture, company will demand final call, but not from S, from other shareholder. So company is going to demand final call. Share final call account debit to share capital account. Now total number of shares are 6 lakh, which company has allotted to all shareholders. Out of 6 lakh shares, these are shares, company had already forfeited S share, means 6,000 shares. Before final call, his share was already forfeited. That's why company will not demand final call from S. So company is going to demand final call from 5,94,000 shares. 5,94,000 shares. So here we have to take 5,94,000 shares total into the value of final call is 3. So amount becomes 0, 0, 0, 3 for the 12, 1, 27, 28, 2, 3 by the 15, 17. 17 lakh 82,000. 17 lakh 82,000. Same here, 17 lakh 82,000. In this we have to pass entry 17 lakh 82,000. Now at the time of receiving final call, at the time of receiving final call, again another shareholder who was holding 4,000 share has not paid final call. Not paid final call means calls in arrears. So entry becomes bank account debit, calls in arrear account debit to equity share final call account. Now total money company is required to receive at the time of final call is 17,82,000. 17,82,000 minus on 4,000 shares company is not receiving final call and final call value is 3. So 4,000 into 3. 4,000 into 3. 12,000. So company is not receiving 12,000. It means at the time of final call company is receiving 17,70,000. 17,70,000. So here in front of bank account 17,70,000 and not receiving 12,000. Total becomes 17,82,000. 17,82,000. In this way you have to complete final call. So here final call will be passed by 5,94,000 instead of 6 lakh shares. Why we are not taking 6 lakh shares? Because out of 6 lakh shares 6,000 shares were already forfeited before final call. That's why we have to deduct those 6,000 shares from 6 lakh shares. So 6 lakh shares minus 6,000 shares, it becomes 5,94,000 shares, not amount, shares. So on 4,94,000 company will demand final call which is of 3 rupees. So 5,94,000 into 3, it becomes 17,82,000. And out of 17,82,000 company has not received amount 12,000. How? 4,000 into 3. Now after final call company has also forfeited his share. Now again we have to pass another entry for forfeiture. This is second entry for forfeiture. First entry we had passed here. Now we are going to pass another entry for forfeiture. So again before passing entry for forfeiture we have to see whether this shareholder has paid premium or not. So he had paid first installment, it means he has paid premium amount. Again we are not required to show premium amount in this entry, in this forfeiture entry. Means again we have to pass simple entry for forfeiture. So simple entry means share capital account debit to share forfeited and 2 shares calls in arrear. Calls in arrear means the installment which he has not paid. He has not paid final call. So 2 share final call. Total number of shares he was holding 4,000. So 4,000 into called up value. What is the called up value once again? After which installment his shares are forfeited. His shares are forfeited after final call. After final call. So up to final call total value becomes 10. So 4,000 into 10. 40,000 out of 40,000 rupees, how much he has paid? So he has paid 2 installments, means 3 plus 4, 7. So on 4,000 shares he has paid 7, means 28,000 rupees. And he has not paid a final call. 4,000 into 3, final call is 3, 12,000. In this way you have to pass entry for forfeiture. Now after forfeiting of share, after forfeiting his share, company has reissued shares of both shareholder. 6,000 shares are reissued at 7 and 4,000 shares are reissued at 6. So we are going to pass combined entry for these 2 shareholders. Why combined entry? Because shares of both the shareholders are reissued after final call. After final call. That's why we are passing combined entry for reissue. Bank account debit, share forfeited account debit to share capital. This entry I am passing here once again. The entry of forfeiture I am passing here. Bank account debit, share forfeited account debit to share capital. This is entry for reissue. Now, his shares are reissued at 7. We are passing combined entry 6,000 into 7 plus, and his shares means 4,000 shares are reissued at 6. So 4,000 into 6. Total it becomes 6,000 into 7. It becomes 42,000 plus 4,000 into 6. 24,000. Total it becomes 66,000. Once again, bank account means company is reissuing at what value? So company is reissuing these forfeited shares at two different price. His shares are reissued at 7, means 6,000 into 7, they are receiving check of 42,000, and shares of J are reissued at 6 rupees, means 4,000 into 6, 24,000. Another check they are receiving for 24,000. Total check they are receiving for 66,000. So on debit side you have to pass, right, 66,000. Now discounted value. Forfeited account debit means discounted value. Now discounted value, 6,000 shares are issued at 7. It means discounted value is 3. And for this share, these shares are issued at 6. So discounted value becomes 4. 4,000 into 4. 6,000 into 3. 18,000 plus 4,000 into 4. 16,000. Total becomes 34,000. So discounted value 34,000. His shares are reissued at 7. So discount becomes 3. If you compare this 7 with 10. So 10 face value of share is 10. Reissued at 7. Discounted value is 3. His shares are reissued at 6. Face value of share is 10. Reissued at 6. Discounted value is 4. So 6,000 into 3. 18,000. And 4,000 into 4. 16,000. So total discount becomes 34,000. 66 plus 34. It becomes 1 lakh rupees. In this way we have to pass entry for reissue. Now last entry, share forfeited account debit to capital reserve. Now how we have to transfer profit in this capital reserve? So we had passed two different entries for forfeiture, one here and another here. In this forfeiture entry, forfeited amount is 18,000, means profit is 18,000. And in this forfeiture entry also, forfeited amount is 28,000, 4,000 into 7. Both are profit. So total profit becomes 46,000 rupees. We had passed two different entries for forfeiture, and in both the entries, forfeited amount is credited 18,000, here 28,000. Both are profit. So both will be added. 28,000 plus 18, 46,000. This is profit. Out of this profit amount, we have to deduct loss. Loss is 34,000. So 46 minus 34,000, it becomes 12,000. So 12,000 is the net profit which will be transferred in capital reserve account. 12,000. 12,000 rupees. In this way, question will be completed. First of all, we have to take 18,000 plus 28,000. Total it becomes 46,000. Out of 46,000, we have to deduct loss. Loss is, total loss is 34,000. 18 plus 16. So 46,000 minus 34. 12,000. 12,000 will be capital reserve. In this way, we have to complete question number 17. Now question number 18. Question number 18. After question number 18, we will start a new topic, pro rata. Pro rata of shares. Pro rata of allotment of shares. Now question number 18. Last question for today. Then we will start new topic in next lecture, pro rata. Question number 18. Question 18. Kapoor Media Limited issued 1,20,000 shares. 1,20,000 shares of 10 each. Of 10 each. At a premium of 80 rupees plus 80 rupees premium. Company called up the amount. Company called up the amount. Amount means here 10 rupees. Company called up the amount, including share premium, including premium, in 4 equal installments. It means application, then an allotment, then first call and final call. So total there are 4 installments. Application, then allotment, then first call and last final call, and they are demanding this total value in 4 equal installments. So for 10 rupees, equal installment means 10 rupees divided by 4, because total there are 4 installments. So 2 rupees 50 paise, 2.50, then 2.50, and then again 2.50 plus now is premium amount 80 rupees divided by 4, it becomes 20 rupees. So 20 on application, 20 on allotment, 20 on first call and 20 on final call. Becomes total value 22 rupees 50 paise, 22 rupees 50 paise, 22 rupees 50 paise, 22 rupees 50 paise. Total becomes 90 rupees. 10 plus 8, 90. So the total they are demanding 90 rupees in 4 equal installments. The first part completed. First part of the question, that face value is 10 and premium is 80 and both these amounts are demanded in 4 equal installments. So 10 rupees or total 90 rupees divided by 4, 22 rupees 50 paise, in which in every 22 rupees 50 paise, 20 rupees is the premium. So 20 rupees is the premium, remaining 250 is the installment, face value amount. 20 is the premium, 2 rupees 50 is the face value. 20 premium, 2 rupees 50 paise is the face value. In this way, we have to divide the whole amount. Now, next part of the question. Company received application for 1,60,000 share. Company is issuing 1,20,000 shares and total application received by company is 1,60,000 shares. 1,20,000, 1,60,000 means extra shares are 40,000 shares. These shares has been rejected by the company. Rejected means money will be returned. Now, next part. Shahid, who was holding 4,000 share. So Shahid, one of the shareholder, holding 4,000 shares, failed to pay first and final call. Failed to pay first and final call means he has paid application money and allotment money. His shares were forfeited after the formalities. So after fulfilling formalities, company has forfeited his shares. After which installment? After final call. Forfeited. Then these forfeited shares were reissued. Now here reissued. Last part of the question. Reissued to another shareholder. Reissued to Ranbir at a premium of 70 rupees. At a premium of 70 rupees. Total number of shares issued by company is 1,20,000 shares. Face value of share is 10 rupees. Premium amount is 80 rupees. These two values are demanded by company in 4 equal installments. So 10 rupees divided by 4, 250, 250, 250, 250, 80 divided by 4, 20, 20, 20, 20. Or altogether we can do like this, 90 divided by 10 plus 80, 90 divided by 4. Directly we will get 22 rupees 50 paise, 22 rupees 50 paise, 22 rupees 50 paise and again 22 rupees 50 paise. These are the 4 installments. Total application received by company is 1,60,000 shares, means over subscription. more than issued share. So excess application means 40,000 shares will be rejected by the company. Means money will be returned by the company to those investors to whom share has not been allotted. Now next part, one shareholder Shahid who was holding 4,000 shares, means out of 1,20,000 shares he has purchased 4,000 shares. On these shares he has paid only 2 installments. In question it is written that he has not paid first call and not paid final call, means he has paid first 2 installments and not paid last 2 installments, and after final call, by fulfilling formalities, his shares were forfeited, means after final call his shares were forfeited, and then reissued to new shareholder Ranbir at a premium of 70 rupees. This is reissued. Now we have to pass journal entries. First entry, bank account debit to equity share application account. Total number of application we have received here, amount column. Total application 1,60,000 into total value 22 rupees 50 paise. 22 rupees 50 paise is equal to total amount received by company. Question number 18, I think. 1,60,000 into 22 rupees 50 paise is equal to 36 lakh. 36 lakh rupees. 36 lakh rupees. Now second part, second entry. Equity share application account debit to equity share capital account and to security premium account, and then for excess application to bank. Now in front of equity share application account, full amount 36 lakh we have to write. Now capital account, how many shares company is going to allot? Only 1,20,000 shares. So here 1,20,000 shares into only 2 rupees 50 paise into 2 rupees 50 paise means 3 lakh rupees. 3 lakh will be transferred in their capital account. Now premium, total number of shares allotted by company 1,20,000 and premium amount is 20. So 1,20,000 into 20, it becomes 24 lakh. 24 lakh rupees. And last, excess applications are 40,000 into 22 rupees 50 paise. It becomes 88 and 1 lakh, I think. To bank 9 lakh rupees. Total becomes 9 lakh rupees. 88 plus 9 lakh. 24 plus 3, 27. 27 plus 9, 36. Correct. In this way, you have to pass second entry. Equity share application to share capital and to security premium account and to bank. In equity share capital account, you have to pass transfer this amount 1,20,000 into 2 rupees 50 paise means 3 lakh. In case of security premium account, you have to pass or transfer this amount 20 rupees, 1,20,000 into 20, 24 lakh rupees, and in bank excess applications are 40,000, 40,000 into 22 rupees 50 paise. Total becomes 9 lakh rupees. Next entry for allotment. Equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. Now total number of shares 1,20,000 shares. Sorry, premium is also there. To security premium. To security premium account. Now in front of allotment 1,20,000 into 22 rupees 50 paise. Full 1,20,000 into 22 rupees 50 paise. 1,20,000 into 22 rupees 50 paise, 27 lakh. 27 lakh. Now capital, in front of capital only 2 rupees 50 paise. Again 3 lakh. 1 lakh 20 into 3. 1 lakh 20 into 2 rupees 50 paise. 3 lakh. And remaining 24 lakh will be transferred in premium account. 24 lakh. This entry is also completed. Now at the time of receiving allotment, full amount is received, so there is no problem. Bank account debit to equity share allotment account, total they have received 27 lakh rupees. 27 lakh rupees. Allotment entry is also completed. Now first call entry. Share means equity share. Equity share first call account debit to equity share capital account, and again premium to security premium account. To security premium account. Once again, number of shares are 1,20,000 into 22 rupees 50 paise. Total it becomes 27 lakh. Now out of 27 lakh, we have to transfer 2 rupees 50 paise here and into 20 rupees here. So 1 lakh 20 into 2 rupees 50 paise, again same amount, 3 lakh rupees here and 24 lakh rupees in security premium. But at the time of receiving first call, one shareholder has not paid first call on 4,000 shares. So not paid means calls in arrear. So entry becomes bank account debit calls in arrear account debit to share first call account. Now total money company needs to receive 27 lakh at the time of first call. 27 lakh. Out of 27 lakh, company has not received amount on 4,000 shares. 4,000 into full amount 22 rupees 50 paise. So 4,000 into 22 rupees 50 paise. It becomes 90,000. Yes, 90,000. The total 90,000 rupees not received by the company. So they are receiving 26 lakh 10,000. So in front of bank 26 lakh 10,000 rupees, 90,000 they are not receiving. Total it becomes 27 lakh. Now after first call, entry for final call. Entry for final call. Here I am passing. Share final call account debit to share capital means to equity share capital account, and again to security premium. 1,20,000 into again same amount 22 rupees 50 paise means 27 lakh. 27 lakh rupees. And in front of capital 1,20,000 into 2 rupees 50 paise, again same amount 3 lakh, and premium again same 24 lakh. Now at the time of receiving final call, again same shareholder has not paid the final call, so calls in arrear. So entry become bank account debit calls in arrear account debit to share final call means to equity share final call. Now total amount again same amount because value is same. So on 4,000 shares, company is not receiving final call. So 4,000 into 22 rupees 50 paise, again same value 90,000. So 26 lakh 10,000 they are receiving. At the time of final call, 90,000 not receiving. Total it becomes 27 lakh. Now after final call, we have to pass entry for forfeiture. Now forfeiture entry here. Now forfeiture entry. In this question, premium is included in every installments. And what we have done about premium, that the premium amount which is paid by the defaulter means S, Shahid, whatever amount, premium amount is paid by him will not be shown in the forfeiture entry. And this shareholder has paid two installments. It means he has paid premium of application and premium of allotment. Means 40 rupees we are not required to show in this entry. And remaining 40 rupees premium we require to show separately. So entry becomes like this. Share capital account debit. Why share capital account debit? Because we are closing the account of S. Then security premium account debit. Security premium account debit, because security premium account is debited for this amount 20 and 20, 40, which is not paid by S. Security premium account debit 2. Share forfeited, and then the name of the installments which were not paid by S, and installments are first call and final call. So 2 share first call, 2 share first call, and then 2 share final call. Now number of shares forfeited 4000 into called up value, once again called up value, after which installment his shares are forfeited. After final call his shares are forfeited, means up to final call we have to take full amount 250, 250, 250, 250, 10. So 4000 into 10, 40,000 rupees. Then premium, which amount we have to take? A premium amount which is not paid by S. So 20 plus 20, 40 rupees. 4000 into 40, it becomes 1,60,000. 1,60,000. Then next entry, 2 share forfeited, means amount which is paid by him. Amount paid by him is 2 installments, first 2 installments means 250 plus 250, 5 rupees. So 4000 into 5, total he has paid 20,000. He has paid 40 rupees also, 2020, but these are premium amount, so premium account are not required to show. Share first call 4000 into full amount. First call full amount means 22 rupees 50 paise he has not paid. So 4000 into 22 rupees 50 paise, it means 90,000 not paid on first call as well as on final call also same amount 90,000. 4000 into 22 rupees 50 paise. So 90 plus 90, 1,80,000 plus 22 lakh, 160 plus 42 lakh. This entry is for forfeiture. Now after forfeiting shares of S, then these shares are reissued to Ranveer at a premium of 70. This is the premium amount. It means at what price these shares are reissued? 10 rupees is the face value. Premium amount is 70. It means they are reissued at 80 rupees. Means in this question it is not written that these shares are reissued at 70. This is the premium amount. 70 rupees more than the face value, and face value is 10, 70 more, it means they are reissuing at 80 rupees. So the face value of share is, actual face value of share is 10 and these are reissued more than this face value. So entry for reissue is bank account debit to equity share capital and then to security premium account, because here shares are reissued more than the face value, that's why this entry we have to pass. Instead of bank account debit, share forfeit account debit to share capital. Now here how many shares we are reissuing? 4000 at what price? At 80. 4000 into 80, 3,20,000. Equity share capital into 10 face value 40,000, and then premium amount is 70. 4,000 into 70, 2,80,000. 2,80,000 plus 40, 3,20,000, 3,20,000. This was reissue. And last entry, final entry, share Forfeited account debit to capital reserve. To capital reserve account. Here forfeited amount is 20,000 rupees, but forfeited account is not in this entry, in the entry of reissue. That's why directly we have to show 20,000 in capital reserve. 20,000 rupees. 20,000 rupees. In this way, this question is completed. And question number 18 is completed. After that, in next lecture we will start question number 19, which is based on pro rata. P-R-O. This is new topic, pro rata. Pro rata allotment. So what is pro rata allotment? We will discuss in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye.